Hello, welcome to MGP330. I couldn't even remember what number we were then. I'm Sheepdog, and Kev's not here this week, so with me is just Anna and Pab. Say hello.
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 I love building it up there by just saying just. I'm sorry about that. That came across really wrong. I'm mortified. I would say roll it back and start again, but no, we're not going to do that.
We're not doing that.
No. So how are you both now? I've insulted you terribly. This is going well,
I'm just
isn't
fine, you know.
Yeah, I'm just okay.
I imagine nothing can bring Anna down this week. Her name so we're using a relatively new platform, as we mentioned a few weeks back, and we could put our own names in it. I started off with the professional Sheepdog, and then just went for hilarious alternative names. And this week I just punched the keyboard, but Anna has gone for BL3 is on its way.
It is.
And it is indeed. Although it's delayed on any good platforms, I hear.
What? No, on Steam.
Oh, is it only Steam? I thought it was delayed on console as well. Reddit's a bunch of idiots, aren't they?
No, it's just not I've heard, but yeah. What day was it? I think it was Wednesday. I sat on the game website all morning waiting for the pre-order to drop. At like 2, I think it was. Watched the new trailer, so we got to see the new characters, the new baddies, and like new worlds, and then I put down £249 on the pre-order.
You are insane, but I also fully respect that dedication.
That's insane.
Yeah, but there's a lot in there. So
is there?
Yeah, so you get the game, you get all the DLC, which I do love. You get another map, like the cloth one, like I've still got mine on the wall. You get 10 figurines, you get pictures.
Will you play with the figurines? Will you be acting out Borderlands 4?
No, they'll just go somewhere and I'll look at them and go, yep.
You know, Kev often tries to get you to start your own YouTube channel. Would you be willing to start your own motion capture Borderlands series? Along the lines of, Red versus Blue, the old Halo program. I know that wasn't motion capture before anyone starts, but you could get all the characters together. Just, all you got to do is take a picture, move them slightly, take a picture, move them slightly. It might take you 6 months to do one episode, but think of the fandom you could build.
Yeah. But yeah, so, and it comes in a loot chest, the diamond one. I got the previous one, so.
It's just going to be as small as you've got. Your house must have loads of these in it now. I mean, I remember when I used to visit, you'd have just little random loot chests lying around. Your house is like a video game now. You've probably got enough that you could sprinkle them about with random things in it.
I've got too much in the house as it is, but it was there and I wanted it. And I didn't
Not one Medipack, though, I imagine. If I fell over and hurt myself, I wouldn't be able to heal myself.
The thing is, I was like, I don't need it, but I want it. So I might as well just buy it. Because
I don't need it, but I want it. Okay.
But what I mean is, I could just have the game, and I'd be happy enough for that. But in the back of the head, I'm like, well, other people have got that, and I want that. So,
well, I'm pretty sure anyone listening knows that Borderlands and Fallout basically guaranteed you're going hard on the biggest version they've got. If they had brought out the Anna edition that cost $1,000, you'd find a way to afford it. You'd just sell your kidney.
Yeah, I would. But yeah, it is what it is. I've got one. I didn't want not to get one because I would have just ordered it anyway, regardless, and paid for it. In the future,
it shows how dramatic this. Sorry, go on.
No, I was finished.
I was going to say, it shows how dramatic I felt about this. When I saw the announcement, my first thought was, I hope to God that game's good. I don't want to have to try and bring Anna back off the brink. I know you liked Fallout 78, but the world didn't like it as much as you did. So you've had to kind of be like, oh, I like it. I'm just going to get on with it and endure people telling you why they disagree. And I'm thinking, this has to be good, because if this isn't, it's like, oh no, you have to find something to pull you back into it. But no, I'm excited on your behalf. I was quite chuffed today. And were you expecting it to be announced right there and then? I
didn't know the pre-orders dropping that day. I happened to be on Twitter. I was doing work, like uni work, and I just happened to look on my phone and it's saying pre-orders dropped today, go to game. And I was like, it's what now? What's happening? I didn't even know. So I went on there at like 10 in the morning and waited for the 4-hour countdown. And then it came round to the countdown stopped and it just says pre-order soon. And I'm like, I've waited 4 hours. I've sat in this chair for 4 hours.
Not watching it, surely.
Pre-order? Yeah, I was going on there all the time, just having a look, see how many. But it was about, so it was at 2. I think it was at 2.
If only there was a way the timer could have told you when you needed to be there.
So that it came and went, and I thought, fair enough, whatever, it'll come at some point. The shopping came, and as the shopping came, the game page changed. So I left Kevin do the shopping, went on then, the pre-orders are there, and I was like, oh my god. I was like, I stress out because I think I'm not going to get one, and then I'm
I can imagine. Yeah, it's popular,
and then,
so people will get them.
Because my old card is linked, my old card didn't work because that's now out of date. So I had to find my new card, put the details in, wait for it to be verified. Oh my god, the stress level was like maximum, but it was fine. I got one. It's pre-ordered. It's coming on the 13th of September. That is 2 weeks before I go back for my third year, which is perfect. Like,
That'd be enough time. You'll have that done in a week.
Exactly. So yeah, and then later on that day, because of the world time, I had to wait till 3:00 for Borderlands 1 to come out on the PlayStation Store, and I have that as well. And I have the texture pack for Borderlands 2 and pre-sequel. So I'm Borderlands up at the moment. I am currently playing the first one again because it's delightful, and I haven't played this game in a long time.
I assume at this point, Pab's just going to dig back through episode 120 and just paste in your opinions about them.
Yeah.
Pab, you can do that bit. Make it a montage. Play a bit of music in the background. Not the Pokemon music. That's reserved for me. Play some other piano theme tune. I don't know. You're a pianist. You just start twiddling your keys and I'm sure it will come to you. But you can build a montage now.
I wish I could, Sheepdog. I wish I could, but I don't think where we upload them to has access to the old episode.
Instantly, you just do it in post production. You know.
No, I know, but I don't physically have access to post like before 200.
Wow.
I don't think.
That's outrageous. Someone out there will have archives.
Spotify has that. Spotify has access to them.
There you go. Get on Spotify.
I don't know how to download from Spotify. I don't even know if that's
what you could do is just load it, hold Spotify to your microphone, press record it through, and then pause it. Just treat it like the chart show. You've just got to get Anna's opinions down before one of us chimes in or starts advertising stuff. Pretend you're in the 90s.
Okay.
Well, anyway, you're not going off on a tangent about recording. So it's updated. I'll give you that. I'll give it that, and it looks fine.
You give it that.
But, oh my god, the screen tearing is driving me insane. But I had this exact same problem on the PC. So I don't know, last year sometime I decided to play Borderlands 1 on the PC. I put up the settings just so it like the anti something.
Listen.
Yes, I put that on and just made it a bit bigger so it would fit on the screen. And oh my god, it would just screen tear and it would just be annoying and I couldn't play it. Now this has the same problem. Like if you're spinning around to like, I don't know, get an enemy behind you, it does that, like half of it doesn't move. It drives me insane, and it does it on this. Like I'm hoping they'll update it soon, but I had this exact same problem on the PC.
What's the frame rate like?
I'm not sure.
Is it normally something like
don't
that?
Exist, Pab. She's not sure because she doesn't know what you're on about. She doesn't want to be mean to you.
I was going to say, does it run? If it runs, I feel like they've got like, I don't know whether that game does have it on console or I don't know at all, but it might be like a resolution versus performance.
See, it's got
options.
It's got HDR on. I haven't turned that off because I have HDR. Why would I turn it off? But maybe that would. There is a field of view as well. Maybe I need to turn that down or up. I'm not sure what it means. Like
field of view gives you. So imagine you've got like a field of view of like what you see on the screen, If you widen that field of view, if you make it the field of view bigger, it widens the viewing angle, like the view, like you see, like.
Oh, okay, yeah.
So imagine like a horse with blinders on. That's what if that's what you can see just in front of you, you can't see. If you widen that field of view, it opens the blinders.
So you could turn that right down to have tunnel vision.
Pretty much.
Why would anyone?
I don't know.
Should it be like ultra realistic with your helmet on?
I don't know. I really don't know. I don't know.
Helmet only has 2 eye holes in it. I want to make sure.
Could be talking absolute nonsense as well.
I assumed this setting was like, so just to use Minecraft as an example, I assumed the idea was it meant you could only see 3 blocks ahead or 5 blocks ahead to make it load quicker. I didn't realise it gave you horse settings.
I can't go to 0. It only goes to 60.
Yeah, you can only go so far where your field of view becomes like what is basically like. So you can't be like probably completely closed off.
So if you had like a big circle cinema room, you could put it to 360 and see in every direction, perhaps. And that wasn't me joking. That's half me joking.
In theory, yes.
I started off joking and then thought, hang on, this is probably exactly what it is.
Yeah, you can do that. You can do that with like ultra wide monitors and stuff. You can change the field of view to be wider, so it fills the entire monitor. Yeah, in theory. But no, what was I asking about? I was asking frame rate because I was wondering if it's set to 60, and if you dropped it to 30, would the screen tearing stop?
Oh, I don't know.
And could you then live with that? Because I know if I've played on 60 frames per second, then I change it down to 30, it feels kind of off.
Yeah.
So I'm like, if I didn't know 60 existed, 30 would probably be fine. Like I say, I can't go back once I've been up to 60. Anyway, that's just old ground.
Yeah.
So yeah, have a look. See if like I said, it could be like. I mean, could you live without it with it just being in 1080?
Probably not.
Yeah. See, that's the thing. You can't. It's hard to go back.
Yeah.
But I imagine if there is a performance versus resolution kind of thing going on, you might see better results if it was in performance mode rather than because you do that. It does that with most games on the Pro. I said it gives you.
Yeah, it doesn't on this one, unfortunately. I've looked.
Does it not give it you at all? No, that's a shame then. Oh right.
But,
I thought it might have done.
They might patch it that like I can live with it. It's not all the time, but it's just sometimes, and you're like, just move. I'm getting.
You also got to remember it's an old game.
Oh yeah, it's what 10 years now.
And they've whacked a new set of paint on there, but they haven't rebuilt the engine.
No.
Or anything like that. All they've done is just whack some high detailed textures on there.
Yeah. And
maybe the engine just can't take it. I don't know. I mean, it was it Wednesday? Was it came out Tuesday, Wednesday? And I was like, okay, let's see what this looks like. Borderlands 2. Let's get it on. Let's see what this looks like. I don't even know if it's actually on. I know it was in the Handsome collection. It was getting a 4K update, but I didn't know the PC one was. Turned it on. I went, doesn't look much different to me. I can't see anything. Sorry.
You have to download the pack.
Yes, I know. I just realised that. I went to it the day after and went, I don't get this. And I went into only because I went into the store page that I found out it doesn't auto update. That's the thing that annoyed me. I was like, why isn't it just because there was an update for Borderlands 2 which triggered me to because I went, oh, there's an update, great, okay, this must be it.
Yeah.
And then like I said, I was like, I don't see much of it, and then like I said, the day after I went into the actual store page and went, oh, what's that there? Oh, HD texture pack. Twice, like almost the same size of the game again.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, right, there you go then. I've not booted it up against it because I tried playing it.
Yeah.
And it's very dated. Borderlands 2 is very dated now. I wanted to play it because it's the shooting bit's fine, but with these modern games or what have you, I wanted to like jump on things. I wanted him to like mantle onto things, like grab onto the ledges and pull yourself up onto things. You can't do that. You can't jump over fences. You can't.
No.
I'm trying to do this thing just because I've been playing Apex and stuff this week, and it's very agile game and it's very fast, and you can tell that even Borderlands 2, which is Borderlands 2 was what, 2012?
2012, yeah.
So even that's 7-year-old now.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm curious to see what they do with 3 now, with all the stuff that's how the technology and everything's moved on. Because I'd love it to be more. I mean, it probably will be. Let's be honest. If it isn't, it is a crime. That if all they do is just update the graphics and put out a new story thing, and just it's the Borderlands 2 but newer.
Yeah.
I'll be annoyed. I want it to be. I want it to have moved on technically as well.
Yeah, but I don't want it to change so much that it's then like Fortnite and all that gubbins.
No.
I want my looter shooter, as they say.
But I like I say, I want to be able to jump up. Like if I jump, I want to be able to jump, and like if I can get up to it, like I want to be able to grab onto a ledge and pull myself up.
Yeah.
Or you know what I mean? I don't want to be like I've got to like do like a maze of jumping puzzle to get to something. I'm like, just let me. The ledge is there. Just let me get up. It's not. Yeah, just like that.
It's a linear game, isn't it? You can only go to certain places that it wants you to go to.
Yeah, but
it's not open world. It's like you can go to this bit, but you can't go to this bit. But yeah, we'll see. It's not too far off, and
you're not worried, Anna?
No, I just don't care for. I just play the game for what they've made a game. I'm going to enjoy playing it. I don't care. Like Fallout 76.
I mean, yeah.
It's completely different, and I just don't care. I will play the game if I enjoy it. I don't see what the problem is. I don't have to agree with everybody in the world because people can have their opinions, but if I'm enjoying it, that's not harming them. That's not harming me in any way. So. I'll play because, like, I didn't like the pre-sequel. I played it and I finished. Well, I finished it, but I didn't like.
It just didn't rub me the right way.
No,
I didn't even get close to finishing it. I was like, there's just something not right with this. It's similar to Arkham Origins.
Mm-hmm.
And what was the other one recently that I was comparing to Arkham Origins? Oh lordy, what was it now? I don't know, but it felt like there's something not quite right with this. It's not the same, and I'm hoping. I mean, I'll be honest with you, and I've pre-ordered it as well. I've not pre-ordered the big edition because I just saw it was on CD keys for £32, and I went, I can accept that. That's all right for what it is, £32. And I thought I'll take that, so I did pre-order it. But I initially was under the thought of I'm not going to get it until I see it because I want to see more before I purchase this because I'm not 100% certain it's going to be amazing.
Mm-hmm.
But
the advert made it look like it is the same, like in a good way. I mean, they've not stopped anything that made it good.
No, you're not wrong, Sheepdog. I mean, the trailer did kind of like, I go, oh, yeah, okay, I get this. And like I say, based on the last one, I think it's probably the reasoning why I pre-ordered it as well.
The pre-sequel wasn't done by the same company. It was done by the same company, but it was a different team.
Yeah,
it just didn't gel well with me, so. But, it will come, like, the box art is amazing. Oh my gosh! I was like, "Oh my gosh, that is so nice," and it gave me oh my god, what's it called? Far Cry 5. Yeah, Far Cry 5 vibes. Just the way it looked. I don't know. There was just a Far Cry vibe about it.
It would be like a take on a religious picture.
Yeah, but like that is Borderlands. They take the mick in some ways.
Yes,
the Michael,
tongue in cheek.
Yeah, definitely. But I'm well happy for this. So yeah, I've got.
When is it out again? September? Did you say?
September the 13th. Yeah, so it's about the same time the number 2 came out. It seems
soon enough,
right. Yeah, definitely. But I've been waiting for this for years and years. Like I watch E3, and I'm like, no Borderlands, no Gearbox. Where is it? Because, like, yes, they have been bringing out other games, but they haven't done great. Like, you know, what was it? Battleborn was fine for what it was, but it didn't.
It came out at the same time as Overwatch.
Yes,
and then everyone perceived it to be the same thing, like a hero class shooter, and it wasn't. It was to a certain extent, but it wasn't as well.
Yeah.
And Overwatch just ate its lunch and never looked back. Really, it was always doomed. It was always naughty that the Blizzard put the open beta, whatever it was, for Overwatch in the weekend. Battleborn came out. It's like, don't play that, just play this instead.
Yeah.
And they're like, well, that's a bit naughty, but oh yeah.
But like, yeah, I'm happy with it. And then like, so in a month's time, we've got Rage 2, and they have been on the coattails of Borderlands all week, and it has been so funny. Like, again, it's Bethesda just like messing about, saying, "Oh, before you go doing whatever in Borderlands, come and do the crazy stuff in our game." And I'm like, that's fine. It's Rage 2 is in the same genre of Borderlands. It's that zany, weird shooting cars, and I'm like, I'm fine with that, and I'll go and play that in a month's time because it's all good fun, and it's just enjoy it for what it is. Like, I've seen people going, "Oh, I can't play the game till 2020 because it's on the Epic Store." So what? I don't.
There were so many people moaning about that.
I don't understand this Epic and Steam nonsense. I don't care for it. Just go. If you don't want to play the game on Epic Store, then wait. Why moan? Like, the game companies do it for a reason. They're not doing it to annoy everyone. They've got their reasons. And if you don't want to play it on PC, play it on console. Just get along. I don't get it. Why people get so angry about something. It's just like, oh my god. Like with Metro, they did it. With, I don't know what other games have come out on there, but chill out. Just
Division.
Yeah, the Division, because like Steam do own the majority of the market. Let somebody else have a go. Why moan about it when someone else does something the same, I guess? I don't know. But yeah, people dampen down like excitement because it's going to be on Epic Store. Like, ugh.
It's just something to whinge about in the news for a bit, and but as I say, it was literally all I saw on Reddit over the week. And I thought these people, I actually thought it was because I didn't bother reading into it too much. Maybe I should have done a bit more. I thought it seems like a bold move to put it in that shop and not on consoles or anything. And now I hear it is on consoles. Who cares? People who have PCs will just get the shop, surely. It doesn't cost you anything to download their software.
No, that's what I mean. Like,
that's why it's even weirder. It's not like they're saying it's only going to be on Macs first, or it's only going to be on some obscure PC device, or only high-end computers will be able to do it. It's literally download another free software. Yeah. Boo-hoo. It might be slightly away from the rest of your library, but surely having a competition for the only major shop that people... I mean, it isn't the only major one, obviously. There's the Origin store and all sorts of other ones. But, yeah, I don't really understand people's beef. Who cares what shop you're downloading it in?
Yeah,
I'm sure people will tell us why.
Store, and I have the it's EA Origin.
Yes.
Yeah.
I have the Ubisoft one. I have a bunch of them, and it doesn't bother me in the slightest.
The only time stuff like that bothers me slightly is when they insist on you signing into them on your console. But then I kind of get it. They want to retain a bit of data and a bit of information and market at me and whatever. And it's like, okay, companies. I mean, Lord knows anyone who follows me on Twitter knows I don't like being marketed at irrationally. Sorry, but I kind of get it that they're thinking, right, we want to create a little ecosystem. We want to tell you about stuff. We want to use this as our way to give back or whatever, promotions, freebies or whatever. But it feels more invasive on a console, whereas a PC, just download a software. Who cares? Every time you used to put a disc in on older games, it used to just force you to install random other bits to make it work and do this kind of thing. I don't know. seems odd. Surely it's not going to be more expensive, and it's just going to make Valve consider their actions. All I kept thinking with all of this talk of their shop is surely this will make them start looking at releasing their own exclusive games again, won't it? Potentially, possibly.
Yeah, maybe.
Because what I would do if I was Mr. Vince Alve, I would just literally go, right, okay, you're going to be like that. Boom, we're going to release Half-Life 3. There you go, sorted. I know I put a thing in in one of our conversations earlier in the week that the people who made Left 4 Dead 1 and 2 are making basically Left 4 Dead 3, but calling it Back 4 Blood. I can't remember, I think it's out next year, but that made me think, okay, perhaps they're not anywhere near in a million years bringing out a Left 4 Dead 3 or a Portal 3 or all of that. I know there've been stuff that people have wanted for like a decade, but again, I just thought if Epic are trying to go high, Valve can surely go higher by just releasing them.
Well, maybe that's one way to go, to actually get people back involved, you know what I mean?
Yeah, but equally, will people care that much if the games are available everywhere eventually or whatever? Just have that as an exclusive. People will just pivot between the two. If I go on there and Football Manager's £20 on one and £19 on the other, I'll just get it for £19 because once you're in the game, it doesn't matter, does it? I mean, realistically, I'll just ask Kev to get me a copy, but that's all that's going to do it. It's going to be a race to the bottom on price, which is bad because that's going to hurt like the developers and all of that. But that is ultimately all. They're going to have to get a handle on it, aren't they? They're going to have to figure it out. And I guess competition is good for the buyer, but bad for the people that are making them.
Speaking of, no, sorry to go back a bit. Did you see the Rage 2 thing that's come out earlier on today?
The what now?
The Rage 2, like that. They're putting Danny Dyer in the game.
Oh, Rage 2. Yeah. I did.
It made me chuckle. Sorry.
I don't. That's funny. Like it.
Diamond Geezer cheat code.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's really quite funny. I was like, yeah. I could get on board with that.
I can't believe how big he is. I remember...
No, I can't.
I'm sure it was when I was living in my flat as an 18-year-old. My mate was showing me Danny Dyer, UFO Hunter. And he's like, some people believe that there is life out there on other planets. And it's just like, oh my God. He's like, we have been visited by people from another part of the galaxy. He didn't understand a word he was saying, and now he's this world famous actor. He's on TV criticizing David Cameron. He's in games as the cheat code. His life is brilliant. I feel like, he obviously is one of the only people who understands the world, and he's winning at it.
Yeah.
Good on him.
Yeah, definitely. But people moan about it. Oh, I'm not going to play games. Danny Dyer.
What?
It's not even a thing though. It's an option.
Code,
it's an option in the settings.
No, Pabby's on the disc.
It's on the disc, but it doesn't come as default. It's not like Danny Dyer's the main character. It's an option to use the voice pack.
There's people out there, I'm not having CDs with that man on in my house. I'm not having digital code that makes up his image on my television. It's just... talking like an Essex person makes my throat hurt. I can't do it anymore. Excuse me. I just can't do it. I've been living in an area where people talk with nice accents for too long. I need to have a drink.
Lord.
Okay, then, while Sheepdog is drinking, Anna, have you played anything else, or have you just been solidly on Borderlands 1?
I did get... Hold on, let me find what it was called.
You did play that review game, I
dropped
around for you.
Yeah, the thing was, I was upstairs cleaning, and I opened on these blind, and you were just walking across the road. I was like... it was very strange. I wasn't expecting to say it's blind and see you walking across the road. Yeah, so I got Outward.
It would
Read what it was called. Don't ask me that.
It's not that. It's because it's white I've got a white background and I've got a snow background.
I'm sure it was Outward. That
Yeah,
sounds about
Outward.
right.
And it's basically a fantasy simulation game. You
aren't all computer games like
no,
that?
like it's a simulation.
It's delivered on a sphere that goes inside a box that creates pixels.
No, so you know, like Farming Simulator.
Oh yeah,
it's like that, but you're a fantasy person instead.
Right, it's a survivalist RPG.
Yeah, and it's very weird and it's not very good.
Some might say it's one of the most ambitious role-playing games of the year's offers split-screen co-op and a challenging mix of Dark Souls and DayZ.
So it has them elements, but oh my god, it's not great. Like I only played it for an hour because I had something else to do. But like I was walking around the village and there's this guy sitting there with a bowl, not like he's supposed to be eating, not moving. The face, the talking, they only partly talks, like some of the lines. The combat isn't great. Like you don't really know when they're going to strike. There's no pattern to the hitting. They just hit you. There's no telling you what areas you should go and explore. Like I went to a place. I went, a dark room. I'll go and see what's in the dark room. I'll go a bit further, dead. And then you die, and then they take you back to the village. And I was just like, I ain't got time for something that looks like 10 years old.
I'll tell you what, right? And I know this. I'm loath to do this because you're actually talking about your experience of it. But I feel like I've stumbled across something that absolutely blows my mind, and I have to, before you kind of go further and pan it further. So you two will definitely know that I kind of get offended when you see a poster that's like, The Sun says it's 5 out of 5. Daily Mail gives it 6 out of 2. Just all this nonsense. Metro have started their paragraph after what I just read was from metro.co.uk, one of the most ambitious role-playing games of the year. Their first paragraph says that it's a game some people are going to absolutely love. Mm-hmm. Blah, blah, blah. Really, really positive first opening statement. And then I scrolled down because I thought, this is insane. They're talking about this game like it's the best thing ever. And when you skip past one advert, it says, hang on, where was it? Basically, the combat is absolutely dreadful, horribly imprecise, and very little sense of feedback. You flail around impotently. Enemies can cut you down with just 1 or 2 hits, and it just lays into it for the rest. But if you only get to that criticism if you go past all of the praise they heap on it, and then they give it 6 out of 10. Why do people read game reviews on these insane places?
Because then someone needs to do it, so there you go.
Is it Metro of a newspaper?
Yeah.
The one
that's
you
right.
get.
Daily Mail, dumbed down Daily Mail for people too lazy to read.
It's free on the bus, isn't it? The Metro
racist paper. Sorry, yeah, it's free. It's the way they deliver their.
There's something to read on the bus on the way into work, so isn't it?
Yeah.
So we're not exact. I mean, I'm not like saying these guys are dumbed down games journalists, but they're not working at a meter like IGN or a GameSpot, or you know what I mean, like a more respected.
No, exactly. It's just they probably got the same email I got, and they've just gone, yeah, go on, I'll play it at work in the Metro office, and it's come through, but they didn't have the balls to say it's just rubbish.
Well, they do. Just
after they've done written a 500-word essay about how great it is and how much people are going to love it.
I can see why some people would like it, but I just don't have the time to put in for that payoff. You know what I mean? Like it would just take too long because you need to build up your character, you need to get armor, and you need to make potions. And I'm just like, an hour's not going to give it justice, and it doesn't look great. Like they did update it, it was officially released, but I just haven't been back to it because I just haven't got time. But I can try again in a few weeks when everything is settled down and see what it's like. I can see what they were trying to do, but it's not Skyrim. Like, it's not that
No.
kind of thing. It is very much you build your character. And I think it would be great if you did have like a party and you wanted to build and have a team but yeah. Like, I think it was their first try at something, like, well done, but do something different, like not so much emphasis on building something from scratch, because it doesn't hold your handing anyway. And yeah, they're not supposed to, but oh god, I had no idea what was going on half the time. Like, you've got basically you wake up and your family has this curse and you have to pay off your debt, and I'm like, that's a bit mean. Like, it's not their fault that their family's cursed. Like, leave them alone. He's just been in a shipwrecked. But yeah, I won't. I'll go back to it in a few weeks and try again, but not right now.
And that's Outward, is it?
Outward, yeah.
Okay.
I did do Division for a little bit, and this game, like, I was playing in a 4-player. I was like, someone dragged me into the game. I was playing with them. Oh my god, the frame rate! Like, it was like
really
5 or 6. Yeah, it was going so bad, really bad. At something like it wouldn't move. It was just very, like, because I know what frame rate is, and it wasn't working. It was really bad. Like, yes, we were busy. It was explosions, shooting, and all that, but oh god. It was grinding to a halt in some points. It was really, really bad. I'm not enjoying this game as much as the first one. Like, the first one, I loved it. I was in it every day. I loved the environment. This one, I'm like, ugh. There's like I can go to any city and see big buildings and stuff. When it was in New York, I liked it, like, it had snow, and I liked that dynamic that you would have a snowstorm and you couldn't see through it. This one, it has a bit of rain and a bit of drizzle and a bit of fog, and I'm just not enjoying it as much as I did before. I did my first Dark Zone mission. That was fun, because I was just basically, you go to a zone, you have to open it, and you have to go and activate it. So as you're in there, it's scripted. The first part is you go in, you go on. It tells you a story, and then you have to go and turn it on. And then when you turn it on, if you have to go back to the start of the Dark Zone, when you get there, a bunch of turrets are there. So, as in the last game, people would just snipe you as soon as you entered the Dark Zone. That's how people were getting kills. This time, they can't do that. You can't. If someone has gone rogue and they're at the point where you go in, they will just get shot down instantly. So they can't camp and hit you as soon as you come out, because that's annoying. Like, trust me, that's annoying. So they can't do that anymore, which is good, because they'll just, like, these turrets will take down anything that comes at you. So that was fun. But yeah, I know when you go in a Dark Zone, so you can be like a Division agent and you can go around and do what you need to do, or you can go rogue, and that's where you can. There's something to do with switches and devices that you can do something with, and it will give you like rewards for being a bit of a bad-un, like, but you're not completely bad. You're just trying to gain for yourself. And then there's like rogue, where you just go and shoot everybody and kill them. I haven't been back there because even in the last game, the Dark Zone terrified me. I'd only go in there if I was playing with somebody else. It actually terrifies me in there, because people are just mean for no reason. But going in there and setting it up is fine, because it is just like, it is scripted. So no one's going to come at you while you're trying to find your way around. I think there's 3 sections of Dark Zones, and I believe they are all leveled. So you've got your lower, your middle, and your high. So you won't be going, if you're like, I don't know, level 10 going into a level 30, I wouldn't recommend it. Just stay in your own area. What else about the Division? I've just been going around doing bits. I don't know. I just don't like it as much as the first one. But It's not going anywhere. It will stay there and just get played on. I bought what's it called? PlayStation. I don't know. PSN.
Now?
No. Like I bought the internet to play it. Yes. So I got that because I bought that to play this because it was online. But, it's there now. I did play some Fallout the other day, but I only played for an hour, just going around having a look at the new bits and bobs that they had put in. That's about it. Like, not a lot. Like, the most I've done is play about 5 hours of Borderlands, but I had to. It's new. I did, because there is a texture pack for the other two. I've not looked at them, but like the other day I was on it, this was before the update, I didn't realise that the light on the PlayStation controller changes colour depending on what element you've got on your gun. So if you've got explosive, it goes yellow. If you've got like...
What's this on, sorry?
So the PlayStation controller has a light?
Yes.
If you change it, in Borderlands you get like corrosive and explosion and fire. The light on the thing will change depending on what element you've got. So fire will go red, for corrosive it will go green, and for slag it will go purple. I just thought it was a nice touch. I haven't noticed that before. And I was just going, what? Because because the new ones have the light bar that you can see through it.
Oh, on the top, yeah.
So I was like, oh, that's cool. I've never noticed that. I've played this game hundreds of hours and I've never noticed it. So yeah, that was a cool touch. Yeah. It's not doing it on the new update, but I wouldn't expect it to. But yeah, that's me.
It's funny. You mentioned that then, and I was thinking, I don't know if I mentioned this because I thought you were talking about the Division then, because on the Division, there's a setting for Corsair stuff that's got RGB colour lightings on it, so my keyboard lights up. It's like when it's loading up, it goes all like white and orange, like the flickering white and orange, like the Division colours. And then when I get hit, it flashes red.
Yeah.
And then when I start healing up or whatever, it's like pulses green. Like I'm healing up and stuff like that. I'm like, oh, that's really cool. It's a really cool thing. And I was like, I thought they'd done that in the actual on the console as well. Didn't I don't know, but it was just a nice feature that I noticed.
Yeah. Do you have Alexa?
I do have an Alexa. Yes.
Do you know if you asked Alexa to connect to the Division, that it will connect to the Division, and then it's like this whole story that goes with it?
Really?
Yeah, I was watching someone on YouTube do it. I don't know how they did it, but if you ask Alexa to connect to the Division network, it goes all mad and has a whole
you've
story.
Got to connect it to a Ubisoft account in the actual Alexa app.
I have no idea.
You have to
anyone listening at the moment is begging you to stop saying Alexa.
Apologies, people, but yeah, I saw that the other day, and I thought that was quite cool. Like, oh, okay. They're like them two companies have got together and they've got a whole thing going on, and I thought that's kind of cool. Like, yeah, I'm all for integration of different things in your house. Apologies to people who are listening.
Speaking of these assistants, I got one of these Google Home things.
Oh, we have one of them.
Yeah, based on Kev mentioning it the other week. Was it to do with Spotify, wasn't it? It was, wasn't it?
Yeah.
And if you have a Spotify family account, you can get one for free.
Yep.
I'm not set it up, but I'm just putting it out there in case people haven't.
Is it much different from the Amazon one? Because
I don't know. I've not used the other one.
From what I've seen, it seems pretty much the same. I don't know what there is other things you can do with it. But
do you listen to Spotify that much? You've got a family account, Pap.
Sorry.
Do you listen to Spotify that much? You've got a family account.
Well, I've got a family account because I distribute it to my family.
So, fair enough. Joe, that was one of those where you maybe suddenly go, because
I don't understand what you mean. I was like, I think I don't use it. It's not like a limit of how much Spotify that I've got to suddenly have a Spotify account. I use it all day, every day, and it goes, whoa, you've used too much data there. You've got to have a family account, mate.
No, a little bit of me was hoping that you were going to say it was just a premium account. I think that was probably what I was asking for, because I have a premium one.
No,
I haven't upgraded to the family one. I just, my wife uses my account, and then I get annoying recommendations for stupid music.
No, it's I have a family account, so yeah. Just in case anyone didn't see Kev's video or tweet or whatever, and they're listening to this still, you can. I don't know if it's the offer still. I think it probably is. You get a free Google Home if you have a family account on Spotify.
Yeah,
I'll chip that in there.
Have you noticed they're all these platforms seem? Well, I say all of them. 2 off the top of my head are doing these things at the moment. I mentioned the Nintendo one last week over Amazon Prime. We've got Google giving away their. This sounds like they've got a land grab going on, isn't it? They're all trying to get us all invested in their little things.
it's because they'll probably bring out a new one.
Well, you say that. They were, like, at Christmas, they had no stock for love nor money. One of my colleagues was desperate to buy her friend an Alexa or a Google Home, and she couldn't find one, and she was trying to get one shipped from America.
Really?
And then she finally found one, and the person she gave it to was completely ungrateful and didn't care for it. And she was a bit gutted because she went to, I felt so bad for her. But I did tell her they weren't that great, and I only used mine to play music and tell jokes. And it's not even good at telling jokes. I kind of said that in the hope that she'd hear. I don't know why. That was terrible. You're not even good at jokes, Alexa.
I don't even have mine plugged in. I really don't. I just don't have it plugged in because I think I got it free with my Bose speaker, my Bluetooth speaker, and I went, oh, great stuff. And it doesn't let me connect the speaker up without it. It basically doesn't let have the speaker have multiple connections. So I can't connect my phone to this. Oh no, I can't connect my phone to the Alexa and to the Bose speaker. So I can either have it connected just to the speaker, or I can have it just connected to my phone. I was like, I don't want. I want both connected, so I just turned it off. So I don't need.
Yeah, I don't really get it that much. I don't know. It's easier to just look stuff up. I forgot. I did have something else I was going to say about mine, but I completely forgot. I was trying to connect it to something, and it's just. Yeah, it's weird. I was going to try and play the games that people talk about it having, like the Batman one and things like that, but I don't really want to sit there listening to it, rabbit on, to be honest.
Speaking of rabbiting on, I'm going to tell you about a little game I've played this week.
Is it Fortnite again?
No, I have been playing Fortnite. I don't really talk
Prince
about
Harry's unhappy about all that, and Prince Harry doesn't like it.
I don't know why he's just picked on that one particular game. I'm not read the article. I've just seen.
Probably been listening to the bloody headmaster at my children's school. He won't stop going on about it either. And it's like, mate, come on, you're making yourself sound so unconnected, so distant from what kids are actually into, especially the head, because I know that Prince Harry's probably talking about all kids, but this guy's talking about kids under 12, and they're not interested in Fortnite the way he thinks they are.
No, so yeah, I have been playing Fortnite, but I don't need to talk about that. I played a little game called Risk of Rain 2. Now, Risk of Rain 1 was for me, I played the bits of Risk of Rain 1, but it was really difficult. It was like a roguelike, and it was 2D kind of platformer based, and you were like a little spaceman, and you were trying to get to like the end of each level. But it was really hard, and like I say, once you're dead, you're dead. You start over with all new, like you lose all your stuff and you start again, and like a roguelike is. And this is very much similar to a roguelike. It is exactly a roguelike because it's the same sort of situation where you start off in this area, you're trying to get to a teleporter to get to the next level, so to speak. And you collect like power ups and stuff like that in each level. But once you die, you lose them all. And you start again with nothing. And then there's like a progression of like. So now at the end of each one, it shows you everything that you unlocked, sort of thing, in that level, like a double jump or feather falling or whatever it was. And at the bottom, it shows you like what will, like, because you've got so far in this level, you then unlock next time you play the game. You might this will become available to you in random drops. So I think I picked up like health packs or something like that become available in random drops next time I play it. So you constantly, like with most roguelites, you are looking to progress your items you unlock to then be able to play the game for longer, and so on and so forth. But this one is different to the Risk of Rain 1 because it is a third person game, like fully 3D third person behind over the shoulder kind of shooting game, and it reminded me of Borderlands. It reminded me of Borderlands. It only reminds me of it. It's not like cartoony-esque, but you shoot things and numbers come off of it.
Right,
and
okay.
This kind of reminds me of Borderlands. Has a nifty sci-fi like soundtrack to it, and it's kind of cool. I like just running around. You can play it with co-op, so you can just jump into a game and just run around, shoot these people, and you have pretty much you have like a set number of abilities. So you have like just a standard rifle, and then you have like a burst, like a quick fire ability, and like a pulse ability, and then you have like a hot bar of abilities in the bottom of your screen, so you can see what you've got. And you've got to get through this level to get to the teleporter to get out and then move on to the next level. Now, the longer you stay in the level, the harder it gets. It starts off on normal. Me and my group couldn't find a way. I couldn't find a teleporter. I spent half an hour on the first level, and the longer you stay in it, the harder the game gets. So the more enemies spawn. The enemies just keep spawning in this level until you get to the teleporter, and then you get to the teleporter, and there's a boss that you've got to beat, and then you can get out. But because I spent half an hour finding teleport, there was like tons of enemies on the screen and this huge, big-ass boss, and it was really difficult, so we didn't even get through the teleporter. But I just enjoyed just pottering about, and every time you kill things, you earn money, and then you can go to these drops, and then you spend the money on drops, and then that's when you get your different perks that pop up, like double jump and feather falling and speed boost and stuff like that, and it's just it felt good, and I was like, I want to play more of this. I definitely want to play more of this, especially if I get people on Discord or what have you, and people play it. Now, I don't think it's still the same. I think I bought it last week, like I think after the show, or it was the 30th. I think it was before the 30th of April. It was buy one get one free on the actual. You got a free copy of the game when you bought it. So I literally gave my copy to someone and instantly had someone to play with.
Oh, that's cool.
So yeah, so that was an incentive for me to get it. I think it was like £15. It's in early access right now. It's not out now. It's still in early access. But yeah, it seems cool. It seems really cool. And I think it's on other platforms. I don't think it's just on PC. I think it might be on Xbox, I want to say, because they have an early access program, don't they? Whereas PlayStation don't. I don't know. I might be completely wrong there, but I imagine it probably will come to consoles at some point because it seems really, really cool.
Yeah.
And other than that, on Fortnite, I've played a little bit of. I'm trying to get into Apex. I'm trying to force myself to be better at it.
I like watching Apex. Like I watch it.
I watch it a lot more than I play it. I watch people playing it on Twitch, and I watch people. I'm going, that's amazing. And I'm like,
yeah.
I get all excited, like going, that was really cool. That's really cool. I'm going to go on it. Yeah, I can do that. And I just land and I go, right, gun. I'm going guns. Okay, I found a stock for a gun. I found a barrel for a gun, and I found a grenade. I'm dead. Oh, never mind. I started again. Okay, come on. I was just like,
yeah.
Why do I keep finding backpacks and grenades all the time? Just give me a gun. But I have been playing bits of it, and I feel like I'm understanding the game a bit more and getting a bit better at it. And I've changed my character to be Pathfinder now, which is the robot with a zip line now, so I can zip around a bit more. So I'm trying that one out for a bit, and I found myself enjoying it a little bit more doing that. So we shall see. I will continue. I've got the battle pass now. I bought the battle pass begrudgingly because I thought if I'm going to play it, I might as well just. If I'm going to play it, I might as well be playing towards something. So I'm leveling up the battle pass. and I'm doing that simply because, like, I've nearly done. I think I'm like near 87 on the battle pass on Fortnite now.
Wow.
And we did the new challenges came out on Thursday, and we'd done them probably by 7:00 that evening. Just finished them, rattled them off. They were really easy this week for some reason, and I was like, "Oh, I need to do. I want that to be a thing in Apex, but I know it won't be a thing in Apex because it just seems more like it's kill based rather than like a lot of the challenges this week in Fortnite were like go to this place, find the treasure chest at this place, or it was like wasn't really like a lot of them were like some were like get kills with this gun, get kills with that gun, and it's like I've got to get kills now. Whereas some of them were just like we're just float around the map, just get to this thing. I think one of the challenges this week was go to the 5 highest peaks on the map. You're like, okay, that's just working it out and just doing like figuring out where it is. It's not like a skill where I've got to get sniper rifle kills or something like that because that's never going to happen.
You've probably still got to not get killed though, right? There's other people trying to kill you while you do it.
Yeah, but I mean, it's easier for me to find the 5 highest peaks on the map than get kills at a certain location. I know that was one of the challenges this week. Get kills at this location or this location. But one thing they have put in this season, which has made it 10 times easier for me, is party assist. So you can set one challenge per game, or just put it on like one challenge until it's finished. A party assist. So whoever's in your party can assist you with that challenge. So all I've been doing is just putting the party assist on the kill based ones, and then because the person I play with is immensely better at it than me, carries me most games and gets that's how we get most of the wins. So when he gets a kill, it counts towards my challenges. So that's how
count with him as well. Like
Sorry?
if he went on, if you
so if he can put party assist
too.
Yeah. So he can put party assist on me to do the same thing. So when I get a kill, it counts towards his challenges. And like I say, if I get the kills, it counts towards my own challenges as well. But it has made everything immensely easier, especially for stuff like get certain amounts of material or get certain amounts of chests. And so it requires like you to run around and like if you don't get get a certain amount of chests in one game, it's really difficult when you're also trying to play the game of not dying and killing people, keeping out, trying to stay alive. And you're still trying to get chests as well. And you're like, if there's 2 of us working on the same challenge, then it halves the amount of work you've got to do. So it's made challenges in Fortnite immensely easier.
You said it was a lot easier this week. Did you do it earlier? Because I wonder sometimes
Did I do it earlier?
Well, hear me out. So like, I don't mean to do this because it's just the easiest example, and I know you're going to groan. But when they have events in Pokemon, they say like, "Oh, find this shiny," and literally, if they put it on now, it's in America it'll be 1 p.m, but here it's like 10. If I went out at 10 and spent 2 hours searching, I'd probably find multiple. If I waited till the morning, it'll be nowhere. I wonder whether you did it early and it's like part of their buzz creation that I completed it, I'm great, whatever. And then if you'd have got it a couple of days later, would it have been a bit more like if
no,
especially
no,
if you,
it wouldn't be. If anything, it will be more if anything, I would say it'd probably be easier in certain aspects because some challenges, for example, will be more difficult because some challenges are like get kills in this location and this location. Now, everyone's already done the challenges. The later you leave it, the harder it is to get kills in them locations because there's nobody going there.
Yeah, exactly.
So that's more difficult. But if it
might be easier for you to avoid being shot if you start a game with 100 people and all 100 people are more interested in running to the top of the highest mountain.
Exactly. So if you left it later and then said, I've got to get 15 chests in this certain area, then you're like, if you left it later, then there's no one going there already because everyone else has already done that challenge. So there's no one going there. Yes, you don't have the pressure of people killing you and taking the chests. But I mean, realistically,
maybe they might make chests more scarce or something. Is what I was wondering.
Doesn't seem that way. It's just still random at that point. But they don't like make things more difficult for you. Like if you leave it later or you go at the start. No, not really. but it would be the same.
I was like, imagine somebody just almost standing on the hose that supplies things.
No, I don't think.
Yeah, so. Right at the end, they let it loose again because they know there's going to be a few people who need to mop up.
I don't feel it's like that at all. I feel like it would be the same, regardless of whether I did it for the exact time it came out to the day before the next set came out. I think it would be the same sort of thing. It wouldn't affect. Yeah, it wouldn't affect it like you say.
Fair enough. I said something last week about the Nintendo Switch, the online Nintendo NES platform thing, and the SP versions of games. I found out the next day that actually it is like challenge modes they've created, kind of thing, not even challenge modes in some cases. So Nintendo have various games on there, like Dr. Mario and the first Legend of Zelda, where you can just play them as the basic original, no added extras. Yeah. SP version means that with Zelda you can start with extra rupees and some items. I think with one of the other Zelda games you can start with the best weapons, so you're literally just cruising through the game. I considered playing it on that mode just because I've never really played one of the old ones beyond a couple of I've only ever really played the opening part of most Zelda games because they all end up being a bit boring, to me at least. And so I was wondering whether just playing it with the best weapon might help me through it. They had some weird Dr. Mario thing where there was a rare alien encounter thing you could do in the post game if you scored a certain amount of points. I think it was Dr. Mario. And in this mode, you can access that because it's something that's quite rare. So I thought that was quite cool. And weirdly, I sort of said to you before the podcast on Twitter, I've not really done that much this week. And part of the reason is myself and my son have been playing Adventures of Lolo on this NES thing. And whenever I've basically either played Minecraft with him, which I don't really need to get into because it's Minecraft, but Adventures of Lolo is brutal. It's just like, it's just they don't make game. I mean, it's basic. It's just a little kind of figure out the puzzle, walk to the exit. And these are, if somebody released this now, it would be like, yeah, put that in a browser. And even then, with Google bringing out consoles in browsers, it would be insulting. But it's been quite funny playing it because at first I was letting my son figure them out, and then I was like, I don't even know how you do this one, mate. So it's been quite fun. I'm tempted to just find out what the codes are for the later levels and get to the end and just complete it. But no, I'm enjoying that little Switch Online thing. And a few people asked me for the code on Twitter so they could get it, and I sent it to them. I just think that's very cool. It's just giving me something new to show the kids our old games are fun, I guess.
Old games are fun.
We keep playing the dodgeball one, and it's brutal. We tried to play, I can't remember what the mode is, like bean mode or something. I can't remember what it's called, where it's like everyone v everyone, but it just caused really severe sadness and shouting. So I was just like, we don't have to play this, calm down. So we don't play that anymore. He just likes seeing the ball hit the players, finds it quite funny. Because again, old games are brutal. You hit someone with a dodgeball and they die. Like after a couple of goes, like not die, but a little angel thing flies off. And I'm like, you wouldn't get away with that now. These games are brutal. But the watching them just get hit and fall, and he thinks is quite funny when a ball's just hitting them. I'm like, yeah, okay, it's not appropriate. But no, I'm enjoying going through these. I tried to play some of the I can't remember what they're bloody called. What is it called? I had to look up the Lolo one. But one of these spaceshipy type side-swiping shooty ones, I kept just blowing up every time. And I was just like, no, I'm not going to play this. It's like, he had to go, blew up. I had to go, blew up. He had to go, blew up. I thought, no, turn it off. Too hard. Not interested.
I feel like I do that with most of the games on there. I don't think I've played it since I got it. Get the NES stuff. I went, yep, that's a game. And then you play it for like, okay, do two levels of Mario, done. Move on to the next one. Okay, yeah, this is what I remember it is. Yeah, okay, next one. Just flick through them, just going, no.
I just double checked it was Gradius, and that's older than me. That game is a month older than me.
Yeah.
Actually, several months older than me. But Did that get? Was that the inspiration for the Nokia game, or was it actually on Nokia games?
Was that the inspiration for the Nokia games?
On the old Nokia phones, they had like a.
Well, that was the Gradius is older than Nokia phones.
Yeah, that's what I was asking. Was it on the Nokia phones?
I don't think Gradius was, but I feel like it might have been like a inspired by sort of thing.
Yeah.
I don't think it was.
Because I completed that one. I actually managed to do that one.
I think I know the one you mean. Yeah, but it's an old game, so it's 10 times harder.
Yeah. I probably had a lot more time on my hands when I did that. I'm just trying to find out what it was. Was it called Gradient or something like that?
No, I don't remember what it actually. I vaguely recollect that game you're talking about, but no, I don't know.
Oh, it's called Space Impact. The reason I thought it was called Gradient is because that's what it came up at with Septon Gradius, and I'm an idiot, and I just thought maybe they were ripping it off, but it was just called Space Impact because they were lazy. God. Anyway, I'm going off on a mad one there. Do we have any more? Because we're pretty much at the hour mark. We're over the hour mark.
I'm spent. I've got nothing.
You're spent. Before we go, then I actually I know that I was chatting to Kev about this earlier. I know that he's booked the Avengers Endgame. I booked my tickets earlier. I'm so excited. I don't know how I'm going to get through the next 2 weeks. I'm trying to train myself to be able to sit in a chair for 3 hours without having to leave the room. I'm not going to drink before it or anything. I'm just already getting nervous at the thought. But I'm so excited. I kept seeing the phrase 22 films all coming to this one spot, and I'm like, oh, ridiculous. But Pab, you're not seeing it till the weekend after, is that you're saying? Or
no, I think
you mean the weekend?
So. Yeah, the weekend. That's what it'll be. The weekend. It comes out on the whatever it is, Wednesday or Thursday, and I'll see it on the Saturday morning. I think I'll go.
All right, okay. When you said, I read earlier, you're like, I'll see it on the weekend after it's out, and I was thinking, like, a whole week. You are brave.
No. Like I say,
I'm nervous. I won't get through the day without some idiot spoiling it. Although Kevin said he'll post us the damn cliff notes, but no, I'm thinking no social media that day because I can't remember what film it was now, but some idiots posted a meme where it was just like a load of other stuff and then just a spoiler for some major film, and I just thought this is the kind of one that would be ripe for that trolling, wouldn't it?
No, I will see it. Like I said, the weekend it comes out. With working like I say, I've got to be up early in the morning. I can't go after work, realistically. I hate going when it's packed. I hate going when I'm crammed in with numpties everywhere. I just don't need them numpties everywhere. That just
that is the one thing I'm regretting. I mean, we managed to get decent seats with it, but I am regretting that it's going to be full. I saw Captain Marvel with like 15 other people in the cinema, but I think we'll be okay. I mean, I suppose it's more hype seeing it that day. I told my friends I couldn't make it to see it with them, and then I didn't realise, but I booked it the day before they're seeing it, so now I feel guilty, and I'm not going to tell them. I'm just going to keep quiet and pretend I watched it when they watched it and go, yeah. But no, I'm excited. Can't wait. So is that everything? Are we done?
I think we're done.
I'm prolonging the agony. I can't think how we end. Find us on Twitter at MGUK Podcast or find me at RB6K.
Oh gosh, I'm at Miss Lelujo.
And I'm at Pab 1986.
And we are on Facebook and YouTube and plenty of other places. Instagram, I've been using my Instagram more, mainly to follow little cartoons of little aliens talking about being humans. That is basically all I use it for. But we are on all of them under the usual names, although mine's either Sheepdog or RB6K, I can't remember. I think that's your lot.
Well,
Pab, how do I end this? Thanks for listening.
We also still have, we're doing it very late on, but MGPX is happening in July.
No one's listening anymore, are they? It's too late for that.
I don't care.
If you're listening at this point, tweet us and say that you were listening and tell us why you're coming to MGPX or not coming to MGPX. And if you're saying you're not,
tickets on the Indiegogo page.
You blooming well can.
You don't have to get tickets, but you can do if you wish. But yeah, other than that, I think that is it, Sheepdog. Take us out. Take us out.
Well, that's your lot. I'll see you next week. Have a good week, boys and girls.
Bye-bye.
Thanks for listening, folks.
You're welcome.